Okay, everyone. Today, this is my first video for my YouTube channel. And let's introduce my channel's mission. You are strong, loved, and beautiful because of the way that Christ created you. And because he gave you strength, you can accomplish anything. A lot of people in this world do not think that they are beautiful enough. And if you don't think you're beautiful, that's totally false. God has created you in a unique way. And you're just beautiful the way you are. So try not to doubt yourself about it. I get some people have low self-esteem, but just remember that you're beautiful, no matter what you feel or think. And guys too, this applies to you as well. Everyone is beautiful no matter what. No one's better than anybody else. And so strong, you guys are strong, you can accomplish anything you want because God gave you the strength to do it. You're loved. Even if you don't have a lot of friends, you're still loved by God, which is the only thing that matters in the end. And he gave you strength, so you can accomplish anything you want with that strength. That's our mission. And my whole objective here is to actually start practicing Sudoku. I started as a beginner. This is what a Sudoku puzzle would look like. This may or may not be the puzzle I'm solving today. But I'll show you everything that's involved with a Sudoku puzzle. I'll show you everything that there is to know regarding Sudoku puzzles. So, the easy puzzles are numbers 1 through 150. So, we're going to randomly generate a number in the calculator between 1 and 150. And if I haven't done that puzzle before, then I can do it. 142. This is the puzzle that I will be taking you guys through today. Puzzle number 142. Okay. So we see that? It's good. 142. Okay. When I go about solving a Sudoku puzzle, the first step I'll use is TMBs. Top, middle, bottom. I do the numbers 1 through 9. That's how I start a Sudoku puzzle like this. So first thing I'm going to do is see the number 1. Unfortunately, there's only 1 there. There's not any in the middle or bottom, so we can't do anything. 2s. We have 1 in the bottom, 1 in the top. We're missing in the middle. The rules of Sudoku say that you can't have any. Before we get into this, you have to have the numbers 1 through 9 in every box, row, and column, but they can't repeat. Those are the rules. So, with a 2 here and a 2 here, it has to be in this box, in the middle row. but it can't be in this column because numbers can't repeat. So the 2 has to go right here. We got our first number. And another technique that I use is called ramifications, which I'm going to show you the ramifications later. But I'm going to write 2 here and a 2 there, a possible 2 being here or there, which I'll show you why when we get there. Now, 3s, there's only 1 3. There's not enough there. 4s, we got 1 in the middle, 1 on the bottom. It has to be in the top. But if you look, there's a 4 here, so it can't be there because it's going to repeat the column. So 4 goes here. And by its ramifications, we know that a 4 goes here, which I'll explain in a second. So I'll explain when we get to the next technique. LCRs. 5. 5 here, 5 there. So we have to have a 5 here because top there's a 5, middle there's a 5, and the bottom there has to be a 5. But the 5 can't be right there. So it has to be right here. 6s. Nothing. 7s. Nothing. 8s. Nothing. 9s. Nothing. Now let's move on to the next row. 1s. 1 here, 1 there. We have to have a 1 in the top. 1 goes in the top. 2s. All 2s are done. There's 2 in the top, 2 in the middle, 2 in the bottom. 3s. We have nothing. 4s are done. 5s. We don't have enough. We don't have enough. We need at least 2 to do this. 6. We don't have anything. 7s. 7 in the top, 7 in the bottom. There has to be a 7 in the middle. There has to be one of these 2 cells. But look at that 7 there. It can't be there. So it goes right here. And the ramifications, she'll get into in a second, tell us that we have to have a 7 in the right column in the third column. 8s, we don't have enough. 9s, nothing. Let's move on. 1s, there's none. 2s, not enough. 3s, nothing. 4s. Pretend we don't have that 4 here. A 4 here and a 4 there. There has to be a 4 in this row. It can't be here, so it's right there, which we established. 5s. Not enough. 6s. You have a 6 in the middle. You have a 6 on the top. So we need a 6 on the bottom. So, and it's not in this spot. So obviously it has to go right here for 6s. 7s. 7 here. 7 there. 7 there. 7s are done. 8s. Not enough. 9s. 9 in the bottom. 9 in the middle. We now need a 9 on the top. So we did that. Sorry for all the movement. This is my first video, so bear with me. Now, 1 second. So, LCRs is the next technique we're going to learn, which explain why I knew that that 4 had to be right here. So there's left, center, right. Left, center, right. And each set of 3 boxes has it. Left, center, right. Now that we have a 2 here and a 2 there, we know there has to be a 2 in one of these things because right, center, left, there has to be a 2. we do the same thing with 1 through 9. There's not enough 1s to establish that with. 3s, nothing. 4s. 4, 4, and 4. Good. That's done. 5s, there's not enough. 6s, not enough. 7s, 7 in the center, 7 in the middle. There has to be a 7 on the left. But in this box, that's not a 7 because there's a 7 here. So there's a 7 there. 8s, 8 in the middle, 8 on the right. So it needs to be an 8 on the left in the second box. So it's right there. 9s, there's a 9 on the left, 9 on the right. So we need a 9 in the center. We don't know which of these is a 9. So I'll just pencil mark it because I don't know. So we know that one of these two is a 9. Let's do the same thing on this side. 1s, not enough info. 2s, 2 here, 2 there. There has to be a 2 on one of these. I'm going to use a pretty advanced technique right now. It's called X-Wing. How this works is, there's 4 different rectangles. If you look here, there's a 2 here, a 2 there, a 2 there, and a 2 there, which we do in note taking. If this is a 2, the one diagonal to it is a 2. If that's a 2, then that's a 2 because it's diagonal, whatever it follows. But it has to be in 2 separate rectangles. It's not in 2 separate rectangles, then it's not going to work. 3s, none. 4s, none. 5s, there's a 5 on the right, 5 on the center. Needs to be a 5 on the left. So it's right here. But what did we just do? In note taking, we knew the top had to be a 1. That's not a 1, so this is a 1. 6s, 6, not enough. 7s are done. 8s, not enough. 9s, not enough either. Let's move forward. 1, 1. So by note taking, we can write a note that a 1 is here or here. 2s, we have 1. 2s are done. 3s, not enough information. Nothing, no 3s. 4s are done. 5s, there's 1 on the center, 1 on the right. There has to be a 5 on the left, which means this creates a matching pair, 1, 5. So we know that one of these two numbers has to be a 1 or a 5. Remember, these boxes have to have 1 through 9 in them. We know this has to be a 1 or 5, so let's pretend we have them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we don't have a 3. This could be a 3. That could be a 3. 6, 7, 8. So this becomes a 3, 8 matching pair. So leave the 2 left over. So that's a 3 or 8. Now, 6s. We have a 6. Let's continue LCR method now. 6 on the left, 6 in the center. We need a 6 on the right. 7s. We have a 7 on the left, 7 in the center. We need a 7 on the right. But this is not a 7 because of that 7. So this is 7. 8. Nothing. 9s. Nothing. Wait, 9s, there's not enough info. Now that we did LCR method, the thing I'll use to attack this is looking for the rows. So we look at this row and I see we are missing a 3, and a 9. And it has to be one of these two squares. So this is a 3, 9 matching pair. So now let's pretend we have everything. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What are we missing? An 8. We don't have an 8. And it's not one of those, so we have to have an 8 here. 8, the 9. So that has to be a 3, 9 matching pair. Now, I'm going to do the same thing with the next row. This row is missing a 3. It's missing a 6. And it's missing a 9. Right? So, let's look here. That's not a 6. Let's look here. That's not a 6, and that's not a 9. Has to be 3, 6, 9, so that has to be a 3. And so this now becomes a 6, 9 matching pair along that one. That still means this can still be a 9, because if that's a 6, that can be a 9. So that doesn't mean that. Let's move on to the next set. There are 4. 3, missing 3, 5, 6, and 9. Still. Now, we know this is not a 3. None of these two are 3s. So 3 has to be in this row. We're certain that a 3 has to be in one of these two squares. We know that none of these two are 5. So obviously a 5, remember, this is not a 5, but look here, that's not a 5. So this has to be a 5. And now we're down to 3, 6, or 9. But here we also have a naked single. If we look at this row, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. What are we missing? We're missing a 1. That's a 1. And because that's a 1, that can't be a 1. That has to be a 5. This has to be a 1. Leaving now, and now this becomes a 3, 9 up here. Because that's all it can be. Three, 5, 6, or 9. That's not 5. So now we're down to 6 and 9 left. This is a 6, 9 as well. And because that's a 6, 9, the rows have to contain it. The other row is 1. See, 1, 3. 1, 3 matching pair. But wait, this is not a 3. That's a 1. So that's a 3. Now we have one number missing in the box. So we can just throw in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's a 6. And now this is the matching pair here. This is a 2, 5. That's a 2, 5, and that's a 2, 5. But what do we notice about this? This cannot be a 5. That's a 2. By our x-wing, we trace it down, and that becomes a 2. This becomes a 5. It's all solving itself. We may not be able to solve every row, but we have to be strategic. And this now becomes a 3, 8. Because this row can only have a 3 or an 8 in it. And now, if we look at this row, this can only be a 3 or this could either be a 3 or 1. This becomes a 3, 1 matching pair. But there's two with 3s in it. That has to be a 3 or 1. A 3 has to be in this row, which means this cannot be a 3, leaving only an 8 there. This becomes an 8. That can't be an 8. That has to be a 3. And because that can't be a 3, that has to be an 8. Now we have a naked single. 1, 2, that has to be a 3. Because this cannot be a 3, that has to be a 9. This has to be a 3. That has to be a 9. Because that can't be a 3. Now we have a naked single. 4, 5, 6, 7. We're missing 8. This cannot be a. So now, where are we at? We have a naked single here now. This has to be a 3. Because that can't be a 3. This has to be a 1. That has to be a 3. This can't be a 3, so that has to be a 3. Leaving this 6, 9 matching pair. But what do we notice here? This can't be a 6. That has to be a 9. That's a 6. That's a 6 because that can't be a 9. That's 9 because that can't be a 6. We are getting through. We have a naked single. We got 2 naked singles. Let's focus on this one. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We don't have a 1. So here's how we do naked singles. We count up to 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. What don't we have? We don't have a 9. Do naked singles the other way as well. I'm going to do it horizontally. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What don't we have? We don't have an 8. Now we do it through the box. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9. What don't we have? A 6. That's how we solve Sudoku puzzles. That's how that is easy. Puzzle number 142. I always write the date down on it when I solve the puzzle. Just so I know, this is what I wanted to do. This is what I wanted to solve. So, that is how to solve an easy Sudoku puzzle. If you guys have any questions, just let me know. Put it in the comments. And remember, you're strong, loved, and beautiful because of the way Christ created you. And he gave you the strength. And because he gave you the strength, you can accomplish anything. Never forget this. I hope you guys have a great day. And I'll see you in the next video. I'm going to try to post once a week. And I'll maybe more often if I'm less busy, and less often if I'm busier. But I will definitely be posting. I hope you all have a great day. I'll see you in the next video.